What's up, guys? It's your boy Matt Pack420 here, coming at you with a new one. And today, oh, fantastic! We are talking about this train wreck of a TV series known as the Halo TV series. Now, I was gonna do a legit review, sit and watch, take notes, and do a whole thing and do a whole like really well edited, deal. But then I sat and watched the fucking show and realized that this is not worth my time. And let's be real, all that fancy editing shit, that ain't this channel. No, we don't do it like that here. No. So after watching that episode 2.5 times, just to kind of like understand what these people were trying to do, I've come to one conclusion: that this TV show was made for super duper ooper normies. People that have no interest, or people that have no knowledge of anything Halo. Not the games, not the books, nothing. So if you throw everything you know about Halo out the window, then the story makes sense. But because many of us have been playing these games for 20 years, it doesn't make sense. Okay, this TV show was made for people that don't know anything about Halo. So why would you spend $90 million supposedly per episode? Doesn't look like you spent $90 million per episode, because the CGI is god awful. Oh god, it's CGI bad. I mean, the weapons, there's even a scene where they forget to CGI the plasma pistol, and it's literally a brown cardboard looking box looking thing. It's pathetic. No, I keep coming back to this question: why does this show exist and who is it made for? Okay, because this show is so dumbed down that even normal sci-fi audiences can't get into this. Okay, why in God's name, again, would you spend $90 million per episode for people that have no interest or have nothing to do with Halo? Like, why would you create a show for people that aren't interested or aren't invested in the Halo franchise? I know that we're in the content wars and everybody is starved for content, but you satisfy no one with this. Okay, you don't make the long-time fans who've been playing the games and reading the books happy. You certainly don't make normies happy, because they're not even interested in this thing. Why would you spend $90 million per episode on people who aren't even interested in the property? Makes no sense. So we get into this Bounding into Comics article, and the things they point out make sense to why this show exists. Because it can only exist to push some sort of identity politic or some sort of message in today's world, which I'm getting tired of. It is, you take a vessel that is well known and you stow away on it and you try and convert people. Well, it's kind of annoying. All right, it's really annoying. Okay, see, all the Halo fanboy channels aren't going to go down this route. Okay, we all know why the show sucks. We all know why the show exists. Okay, only very few outlets are going to tell you the truth, like Bounding into Comics. So let's get into it. The first episode of Paramount's television adaptation of Halo just touched down, and the problems are more prolific than anyone could possibly imagine. For casual sci-fi fans, this might cut it barely, but for longtime fans of the video game franchise, it's an abomination, featuring all the usual suspects that ruin modern adaptations. Yeah, I tell you, man, the first 20 minutes, okay, is pretty good, except the CGI is god awful and it really takes you out. The first person scenes I like, but they don't look all that great. And I thought it was me because I was watching it. The first time I was watching it was at my girlfriend's house, streaming it through the Xbox on a Wi-Fi. So I was thinking maybe it just looks bad because it's buffering. It doesn't look that great, because there were scenes where there was parts of the show where it was kind of buffering or it was kind of foggy, and then it would fix itself. That didn't happen. It was legitimately, that's how it looked. And then I went home and double checked and plugged it right into my PC, and yeah, Yeah, it doesn't look good. Like, matter of fact, it makes them look worse because I have a high refresh monitor, and you can definitely see all the nonsense for sure. That's where I got that plasma pistol. But the CGI is god awful. Another thing I also noticed was there was no grunts running around. Like, not a single grunt, just elites, and they look like the elites from Halo 4. But CGI aside, and another weird thing is Master Chief's HUD is like orange, and then later on it's blue. It's like someone forgot to, iron out some details on what color the HUDs actually are in the Halo universe. Whatever. This show's stupid. Whatever. Contact begins with a sprawling reveal of insurrection camped on planet Magical, which is, you know what? They did do a little bit more research than I thought they did. They read one book. They read one Bungie book. Where Covenant forces are busy excavating a dig site, search of ancient technology, which appears to be Forerunner. The forces launch a brutal and bloody assault on the nearby outpost, which introduces audiences to the character Quan Ha, who ends up as the only survivor. Admittedly, the action sequences are superb, pulling no punches while mixing excellent pacing with sweeping camera angles, excellent sonic cues. Yeah. Again, it's pretty good, except for the CGI is really bad. And it's kind of cool to see the plasma actually do damage on, and blow people's arms off and heads off. It's kind of cool. Maybe they went a little overboard with it, but it's whatever. Things really heat up when Master Chief arrives on the scene with his Silver Team Spartan in tow. The tide turns immediately, showcasing Spartans doing what they do best. Yeah. When the dust settles, audience are treated to a typical opening credit sequence that steals its visual cues from the variety of modern shows, particularly Westworld. I hate these openings where it's like they're putting on armor, or putting on a suit, or putting on something, and it's like against the green screen, and it's all digital and so cliche. You know what? This entire show is full of cliches, and it's terrible. They also failed to properly utilize Marty O'Donnell's iconic musical theme as the main linchpin. They don't. They very. That's the thing. Halo has really iconic music, and that's one thing I didn't get anything from the show. Was there was no good music. To be fair, the visual quality of various sets and space shots is top-notch. Fans even get a glimpse of High Charity as one of the Prophet's Mercy. Speaks with the Covenant language with an appropriate subtitle layered over top. Then the whole reveal goes out of whack when this character, Maquis, is introduced. Yeah, they've got this chick that they've raised or whatever. It's dumb. But yeah, she's like a human who was spared by the Covenant and raised as her own for reasons that I don't know, figure out later on in the show, I guess. But by introducing a human to the Covenant ranks, it cheapens the entire experience. The Covenant do not need a human avatar standing in to serve as yeah, exactly. They don't. Tired of this. They did do this all the time. Hollywood has to create a new character to like make the audience relate to it to bring it in. But I'm tired of that shit. They suck at it. Hollywood sucks. Just make the game a series. Seriously, just make the game a series. You'd make more money with it. I promise. Because the people you made this for aren't going to watch it. They just aren't. Then things go really off rails. Earlier teaser content essentially confirmed that the Halo TV series will be loaded with typical brand of far left identity politics, and here they are all over again to stir up trouble and alienate fans. It's bizarre to watch the mismatched and altogether politically driven casting decisions. Many of them are a little spit in the faces to longtime fans. Well, I don't go that far. They're just like it is okay. Look, Captain Jacob Keyes is a black dude, and then Miranda Keyes is this I guess light skinned or mixed race, chick. They do some things from the Halo series, right? So Captain Jacob Keyes and Dr. Halsey were lovers at one time in the Halo, canon. And they have a daughter, Captain Miranda Keyes. And yes, Miranda Keyes does have some resentment towards her mother because Dr. Halsey put career before family. She even treated the Spartans more like her children than she treated her own daughter. So yes, Miranda Keyes does hold some resentment toward her mother. But oh boy, is she woefully miscast. She sucks. She sucks. And it's not because she's a light-skinned black girl or a mixed race girl. It's because she sucks. Like this like they've written a terrible, boring version of Miranda Keyes for this actor to do, and it sucks. Okay, And while the actor who portrayed Jacob Keyes is a very good actor who's done a lot of stuff, that don't make it any better. All right, like do we really need at least they have the foresight to cast a light-skinned girl to play Miranda Keyes, because if Jacob Keyes is a black guy and Dr. Halls is a white British woman, I don't know why she's British, but she's British for some reason. They would have a light-skinned, caramel kid, whatever. I don't know, man. This is nonsense. I'm getting tired of this shit, man. Why can't we just be faithful to what exists? Is it that hard to be faithful to what exists? No, these people have to self-insert and project and do all kinds of stupid shit to properties that you fucking like. And if you don't like it, you're some kind of bigot or some kind of fucking Nazi or whatever. Sorry to all you Halo fans out there, but Paramount doesn't care what you think. The same overt racists who feel it necessary to race swap exclusively in one direction are the same hypocrites who will accuse you of racism if you take notice. Would you like to see Sergeant Avery Johnson race swap to a white actor? Neither would I. Exactly. Well, these people don't care about lore, beloved characters, all right? They care about injecting their politics, injecting their shitty stories, and if you don't like it, you're the bigot, like I just said. But here's the thing. This show, top to bottom, is awful. Like I said, the CGI is bad. It's weird that, like, literally, there's like 4 white people in this entire fucking show. Everyone else is some sort of minority, which is weird, but whatever. They show Chief's face, which is just, they want to humanize Chief, right? But instead of using Cortana, which we've already seen how terrible she looks, to humanize him, they just write a nonsense story that only makes sense to normies, but doesn't make sense to people that, have been invested in this series for however long it's been. Halo fans have been waiting for this show for a long time. If you know the history, it was originally Peter Jackson wanted to make a Halo, TV series, and everything fell through, and eventually it turned into District 9. And this thing's been trying to get worked on for years and years and years, and we finally get a Halo series, and it's trash. So, it feels like a rip-off of The Mandalorian here. Like, it really does. It's like, it's just, it's not a great show, and it's pretty sad because Master Chief deserves better than this. Halo deserves better than this, but this is where we are today in today's society. These shows are all going to be dead on arrival because the people, that are in charge of these properties are moronic ideologues, and the only way to, get these people out of here is to starve them. All right, so if you don't like this shit, don't watch it. Only reason I actually watched it was because I was already paying for Game Pass Ultimate, and you get a free month. So I figured, let me go ahead and watch this shit so I can at least have context to shit on it later. So, but Paramount Plus is a garbage tier service here. See, they've got Star Trek Discovery, which ain't Star Trek. They've got Picard, which ruins Picard. They've got Rugrats, which ruins characters in there as well. They've got as far as content goes, Paramount Plus is probably one of the shittier services out there. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like what you see, like what you hear, go and like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Gab, Minds, and Getter. All that in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.